Pisces, you're in danger of being told what you want to hear, or being surrounded by the energy of somebody, or even you saying the energy of what you want to hear. Forget about you. I know everybody takes it so personally when I'm like, you, and they're like, why do you hate Pisces so much? This is an energy, and this could be happening to you or coming from you. So you decide as to what is going on in your life. But right now, Pisces, there's a sense of really being led, like hook, line, and sinker. Somebody saying an energy of telling somebody what they want to hear. Not necessarily out of malice, but definitely out of a feeling of obligation, a feeling of feeling secure, like you want to hear it. They're saying what you want to hear. It makes you feel secure. There's a sense of that security in the expected and wanting the expected. But this is not the time for the expected. This is the time to let go of the expected and a time for change. So there's a sense of forget what you want to hear. Forget about the basic old story that has been told to you over and over again that makes you feel comfortable and secure. Because right now there's just this sense of life's got to be more than being pat on the head, because this isn't about being pat on the head. This is about being intrepidatious and going someplace new. And ultimately, whoever is saying to you or telling you what you want to hear, or if you're telling somebody what they want to hear, ultimately all this is doing is stagnating your process in life. It's not getting you or moving you forward. It's actually holding you back, because there has to be a shift now. There is this sense of somebody sort of pumping you up, filling you up, telling you, I'm sorry, you're trying to get this chair to work, telling you what you want to hear, but ultimately, yeah, telling you, like, I don't feel malice, that's the thing. That's the thing. Oh, something's hidden. I just got one of these cards was hidden. That's really interesting. It's ultimately that somebody's making a promise to you and saying that something is coming in, or you're doing this to them. There's a sense of like, when are you going to come through with the promise? Like, when is this promise actually going to come through? Like, that's the question right now. A sense of this unfulfilled promise. Something that keeps being talked about, but that doesn't get completed. And right now there's a little bit of a why. Why is this something that, you know, and I don't, once again, I don't know what side of the why you're on, right? Is it a sense of, why did I promise this to somebody if I don't really feel comfortable with it? Or is it a sense of, why did they promise this to me and then we haven't moved forward? If it's a social engagement or something new starting, of course, COVID has held us all back. But in a lot of ways, it's given us really great excuses to stop things and not move forward, in terms of not even discussing them, not even talking about them. Like, shouldn't there be some sort of progress and motion? And that's why I don't think there's malice here. I think that there has been distraction. Life has happened and surprises have come in, but now why isn't it being discussed? And that's the irritation, that's the irritability, that's that sense of, I'm sitting here waiting, I'm giving, I'm supporting, I'm contributing, but where's the next, where's the receive, where's the next step, where's that feedback on the opposite side of things? And ultimately there's just this energy right now of somebody, you know, kind of like pat the dog on the head, be really nice. It's almost like somebody is patronizing you, but it's not about patronizing, it's humoring. There's a sense of feeling like somebody's humoring you. And now you're starting to pick up on the fact that, well, why won't you follow through? You keep talking about something or saying something, but why won't you follow through? Yes, somebody is really souping you up, you know, giving you a bunch of really nice things, like giving you things that you want. There's just this sense of festooning and decorating and dressing something up to look very beautiful, but it's more of pageantry and distraction than it is about really, truly really feeling appreciated underneath. There's almost a sense of, I want to say disguise. But I don't believe that there's like an intentional malice behind it. I just think that it's like, it's become a comfort zone. That's what it feels like. This feels like, you know, just giving you shiny things or giving you pretty things or saying nice things or even doing nice things. It's become a comfort zone. And maybe it's yours. Maybe it's your comfort zone. Maybe you're doing this to somebody. There's just this sense of like, just make things prettier, make things seem like they're going very well. But ultimately, you know that line from Hamlet, I know not seems? This is about sincerity now. So you're like, okay, there's constant giving here. This is constantly receiving. That's what this is. Because this is the energy of 555 just shot across my timer on my camera. And that is change. And you're definitely wanting things to change. Because it feels like you're constantly receiving all these decorations, or you're constantly receiving all of these things. It's about resources and physical resources. And it's about stuff. Somebody's giving you things, but they're not giving you time, and they're not giving you commitment, and they're not giving you, I don't know, they're not giving you that serenity that you really, really need right now. This card is telling me that there was definitely a need for this break, not a break as in a break up, but there was this time to get stronger, you know, maybe to get to a point where there was a comfort level that came back into the scenario that hadn't happened, that wasn't there for a while, that there was a sense of maybe even I'm getting like a 6-month period of just resting, not demanding, not like insisting, just allowing things to come together on their own. And yet here we are now. Nothing is yet set in stone. This is also, could be, depending on what side you're on, right? This could be a good thing. A sense of, you don't have to be rushed right now. You don't have to feel obligated right now. You're allowed to continue to take your time and let this develop day by day instead of having to jump headlong. But I still got to ask you why. Why, Pisces? Why are you comfortable not jumping in? I know that sounds, well, why am I not comfortable jumping in? Because there's been enough time with this particular scenario in your life. There's been enough time for you to get comfortable with it and know what you want from it. So if the person or the partner, however this is impacting your life, whether personally or professionally, if they came to you tomorrow and they said, what's the next step? What would be the next step? Because there does seem to be a bit of a stagnation here. A time to give rather than take. So there has been a sense of allowing. This is also healing, because this is Virgo energy, and you got a time to heal. So somebody has been giving you, or you have been giving somebody plenty of time to heal, to be allowed to heal, to be allowed to get better or get ready or get prepared. There has been a time. Did you enjoy the time away? Did you enjoy the separation more than you expected that you would? Or do you enjoy the ambiguity more than you would expect you would? What is that really that's keeping you from being ready to move to the next step? Because that's what I feel like. Something has been delayed here. And it may have been delayed by health, because of health reasons, or just because of this pandemic and COVID reasons, right? It could very well be that. So now what's next? What's the next step? It's a good question, right? Anima, cross. So this is feminine energy. Once again, this is receiving. This is having trouble receiving. Really getting comfortable not receiving, being on the giving end all the time. Okay, so this is a really interesting scenario here. So this is a comfort level that's come from, hold on, being the person who donates, being the person who provides. And there is a sense of feeling really good in that sense. It's almost like you've committed yourself to being the provider. You've committed yourself to being this sense of commitment, or this promise that you made or that somebody's made to you is making you feel good about the situation. But slowly but surely something is bubbling up inside of you, the burden of constantly receiving, as opposed to being able to maybe stand up and take action or move forward. That could be frustrating too. And it's almost like feeling like you're being humored right now. This sense of, or a child. I don't know if somebody's dealing with a child, but it could very well be that if you're dealing with children, they have become sort of the part of the game changer with your relationship. A sense of not just wanting children, but a sense of, if you have children, you know, being very flattering, or maybe somebody flattered you a great deal for this behavior when you were a child. So you think it's a good thing. You think it's a good thing to let other people take the lead, to make decisions, to tell you when you want to move forward or when the right time to move forward is. But I'm telling you, there's something on the other side of this that just doesn't bode well. You know that something's up intuitively. You can feel like this isn't right. This circumstances, there's something off. Either I shouldn't trust this person. I know that this isn't the right thing for me. I think that something is off, or you know that something is off with them, that they're frustrated. And I can guarantee you that this is absolutely the truth. It's like, why hasn't that engagement ring come? Why hasn't that offer come? They're wondering, 100%. And intuitively you know this, but you're trying to skate around it because for some reason you still don't feel completely comfortable with it. But I don't think it has to do with them, especially if this is a personal situation. I think it has to do with kind of a circumstance that you got comfortable with as a child. You know, something that maybe you committed to, maybe you have another commitment that you have to honor, and it's already too much of a burden for you, or that you kind of learned, yeah, something. Let me get into the spirit guide messages that you kind of learned. This is feminine energy. It's better to receive. This could be a woman who is struggling, a woman who is burdened. If you're dealing with a woman, I can tell you right now, she is not happy that you haven't moved forward. If this is any kind of any Pisces who's dealing with a woman, she's not happy that you haven't moved forward. And she's bearing it. She's bearing the weight of it. But she's just not happy. She's really expecting. She's trying to like go with the flow and be very obedient, and sort of like, you know, accept what you give her. But she's expecting a ring. She's expecting a commitment. She's expecting something that's more solid. She is. And there's even a sense right now that there's even a sense right now that she can feel you pulling away. You know, and if you're on the other side of this, there's just this sense of, how much does she matter to you? Because in the situation of a really good relationship or a really good opportunity, you're going to have to take the next step. You are. Now, if you are the woman, it feels like you almost feel like maybe you're not ready for children, or you're not ready to discuss children, or somehow you still feel like a child in a way. You still feel like sort of in a way being coddled. Not that you want to be coddled, but there's still something that has to do with childhood. Something that's kind of consuming you. Could even be your obligation to your children and wanting to do what's right for them. In which case, there's a sense of, I don't trust him. I don't trust him. And you have to listen to that intuition. Or I don't like this situation. I don't trust this situation. Let's see what the spirit guides, animal totems have to say. Coming out in the past, Yeah, somebody was a real bully. Somebody was a real bear. Somebody was really forward and really aggressive. And in a lot of ways, you liked that. Because ultimately it drove you forward. It helped you be sure that the person was certain of you. I mean, be certain that the person was sure of you. You know, it's almost like you grew to expect this person's forwardness. You found it, of course, it could be aggressive. It could be bullying. It could be, you know, it could be, controlling. But ultimately, the wonderful thing about it was that all you had to do was just fly right in. It's like moth to a flame. You knew how enthusiastic they were about you, and that's what really excited you about this situation, is that you knew how, you saw very openly how excited it was about you. You were constantly getting feedback that made you certain and made you feel not so vulnerable, you know, because it was just so obvious that this person was deciding that's what they wanted you. Whatever this may be. But and while that feels really great, there's also this sense of eventually they're going to want the same thing back from you. They're going to want to see you being interested too. And if you've sort of taken the back seat to, I'm just going to let this person drive, or they always expect me to drive, somebody's got to switch off at the wheel. Let's see how that pans out. We have loyalty. So this has to do with 4th house. There's a full moon in Cancer right now. This is kind of about letting go of maybe the house that you established with each other, or letting go of your childhood, the childhood that you were raised with, the past that sort of defined you, the original script you were given. This is a sense of, this is a time to let it go and know that that's in the past now, and that you have a new family ahead of you. And this is maybe about forming a new family. There's loyalty here. There's a strong sense of commitment and trust. And it's this person's forward behavior that helped you see the treasure in the trash heap, you know, the beauty in things that maybe you never saw before. And that's why you were just so drawn chaotically to just dive right in. Sing your own song. So this is liberation and freedom. Being able to be yourself, say what you want to say, be who you are, and really feel good. This is somebody who really makes you feel good, whose loyalty kind of sets you free. They may be a Cancer, they may be a Gemini. There's all different signs on here. So I don't think it's about necessarily a sign as much as it is they made you feel really safe and secure. They bring you a sense of safety and serenity and security. Feel good being yourself, but also there could be a sense of longing for freedom. Yeah, turn knowledge into wisdom. This is your energy. And it's almost like you've been holding back your true feelings. And that is that sense of being able to howl at the moon. And what are you afraid of? So there's a fear here that's hidden. And then this is not upside down, right? This is just trying to understand it inside of yourself, trying to dig deep and sort of understand what your intuition is saying to you, react in an intuitive fashion. But this is also a sense of dreaminess. Gemini, Pisces, Cancer. If you're dealing with a Cancerian, there is a sense of needing to communicate and tell them the truth about what you're feeling and what your intentions are. There's definitely been some sort of consciousness with deciding to hold something back. Bring a gentle touch. This is love. This is Virgo energy. You have a lot of mutable energy here. Energy that wants to shift, that wants to go with the flow and live in the moment, that wants to, but this is also Virgo energy, so there is a sense of longevity here. It wants to know that you're going to be around, that this is just the beginning of what you're going to grow together. This is also love, that love, maybe love is growing. Hold on. This is also moth to a flame. Could very well be predatory. Oh, God. See? A wolf to a deer. That hunger. So that takes me a little bit off track and makes me think of things a little bit differently, Pisces. A sense of interpreting somebody's forwardness and aggression toward you as flattering and really just falling in love with them for it, but then all of a sudden realizing in some ways it was predatory behavior. It wasn't behavior that made you feel safe. It was behavior that made you feel attended to and paid attention to and excited. That's not the same thing as love. There's a sense of feeling sometimes like you are just sort of like food waiting to happen for somebody. Life is speeding up and wanting to get the fuck out of there, wanting to rush away, somehow wanting to, buy the first train ticket as like somewhere else. There is definitely something that's making you feel retreat. This also says that things could be coming together, but I think they're solidifying in your mind intellectually. You're starting to perceive and understand what these feelings are and have the ability to communicate to them. This is also a sense of something that has been growing over time, might finally be coming together. Fuck. Weaving your future, but also feeling like you're caught in a spider web. This is Scorpionic energy. It's like either taking the bull by the horns and putting everything together and making the decision to create a new life or invent or form a new life, or it's just being manipulated. Feeling like you're like running right into somebody's web, starting to feel like you're getting tangled and manipulated and wanting to run away. I feel like it's not a lack of love, it's just a lack of trust in a long-term commitment. I don't know which side it's happening on, but that's what I'm getting. Let's go into your angel messages before we go into tarot. Let's see if we pull a tarot card, because I'm gonna do a whole tarot spread. That link is right below, so you can go over to there right now. Loss, poverty, worry, concern, but also it could very well be love. Love is all you have, ride or die. A sense of somebody to be with you through thick and thin. Maybe that's the problem. This person would stand by you no matter fucking what, no matter how hard things get. Yeah, we'll go over to tarot. You can go over there now. The link is below. A full tarot, almost personal reading. And then, of course, your romance reading is included in that as well. You can also subscribe to that platform over there so you get notified. When I upload the extended, you'll get access to them about a day ahead of time. Also, please make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you know when I upload about 12 to 13 pieces of content every single week. And Pisces specific video comes out every single Wednesday. So be prepared for that. Also join me on Instagram, born_without_boundaries. I do a live daily tarot card reading, just general energies, Monday through Friday. I am on vacation for this next week, yes, but normally I'm on there doing a general reading, and we have a lot of fun and a lot of great advice and revelations come over there as well. So please join me. Let's get into your angel card readings, and then we'll pick up in the extended. Gratitude. Okay, so there's a lot to be grateful for, and there's a sense of you know that, you understand that. Okay, weird. All of this is coming out in weird places. Let's start with gratitude. Make gratitude your new attitude. The stars will shine brighter upon you. All in your world will become lighter. So just saying thank you and being grateful is going to help, especially if you're fearful right now. You're fearful of this next step. It could very well be because you've never actually been here before. This is something new. Archangel Sandalphon is with you. I have heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered. So you've been talking to those angels. Put the prayer out there. It's so good to trust in the divine. Here, divine mystery. You, along with the sun, earth, moon, and stars, are part of one creation, a divine mystery unfolding each moment. Be present and feel the power of now. Be in the moment and witness the wonder of it all. Okay, it's just a sense of you want to, maybe that's what it is. It's like you don't want this moment to slip away. You don't want this good to go. You don't want this beautiful time to be over. So maybe you're the one not rushing it. You're just afraid that if you move to a next step, there's a sense of leaving behind one of the best times of your life. Positive thinking. Positive thinking is vital in creating a healthy and abundant life. A positive attitude along with positive beliefs and thoughts are crucial ingredients for creating happiness. Don't worry, think love. There's a sense of, okay, maybe you can ease their worry or their fears just by like showing how happy you are and grateful you are. It's almost like, I don't want to change because I'm content, I'm happy. I don't need more. I don't want more because this is perfection to me. Like, that's a whole other message to give somebody. Sacred source. We, your angels, are here to remind you of your magnificence. You are literally an angel in the making, a being of eternal love and light, forever one with God, Goddess, and all creation. Life is good right now. Peace, no matter where you are or what you're doing, inner peace is always possible. All it takes is a subtle shift in awareness. Think love, and peace will follow. This is something to do with your mind and frustration in your own mind, as if you're not doing enough. Fear. I, Archangel Michael, am here to help you through the present time. I love you. I protect you and keep you safe. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and allow it to dissolve your fear. I want to get specifics. I will meet you over in the I'll meet you over in the extended. The link is below. Let's see what we can add to this.